The world's most action-packed sporting competition is happening this weekend, and it's not in the USA. It's here in Sweden, where the Nordic nations are going head-to-head at the Magic Weekend in Höljes. Welcome back to Höljes for round 3 of the 2026 FIA European Rallycross Championship. My name's Andrew Coley. Alongside me, Hal Ridge, reporting from the paddock, Clara Anderson. And we've had some drama, both on track and in the paddock, with that reporting. Hal was running around a lot after the last one. Contact in turn 1, if you haven't seen it, we're going to take a look at it in a minute. It means that Kristoffersson was given a penalty. They appealed that penalty. The penalty stands. There might be rain coming in behind us. He's going in the first race. It's got drama, drama, drama. I'm excited. You should be excited too. Let's take a look back at this. Hal, talk us through it.
So there's two elements to this that I know will have been looked at. This is the first element of it, which is classic Höljes, isn't it? The contact between Tapainen and Kristoffersson getting on the curb on the inside. And then this is the instant for which the penalty has been applied. There's Kasper Jansen getting forced into Bakkerud, and as I said to Kristoffersson, for anyone watching the broadcast earlier, squeezed his way through on the inside. This is the contact in the rear wheel. Now Kristoffersson is saying, and KMS is saying, that he got in the brakes, and this is a great shot. He's saying that he got in the brakes the moment that Kasper shut the door.
I think the front shot's even clearer, which we're going to see in a moment.
But
here, this one. Watch for the nose of the KMS Polo here. Hal, you go on. Watch the nose of the Polo. Watch for the braking point here. So their argument is he braked before the contact.
But there are clearly defined rules as well in the engagement of the racing about where you can make contact, and there are diagrams in the driver's briefing documents which are available as to where you can make contact. You can make contact side by side. Making contact front to rear is not allowed, and this is the area they're looking at, where Kristoffersson's front axle has been against Jantwer's this side, but it's where the front axle is contacted the rear axle that have been looking at. In the protest, KMS will have been arguing that Kristoffersson wanted on the brakes as soon as he needed to be. It's so complicated.
Yeah, agreed. So a lot going on. Clara Anderson has been getting some reaction from down in the pre-grid.
So I'm here on the pre-grid with Kasper Jansen. Kasper, you have been flying this whole weekend. How are you feeling now ahead of Q3?
Of course, we're a little bit disappointing in Q2, but it is what it is, and we need to keep it up for Q3 and do the best and try to keep that speed we have in Q1 and do it the best.
How is it being here at the Magic Weekend, racing in front of your home fans? It must be great.
Of course, it's really fantastic, and the track also is one of my favorites, so yeah, I mean, it's fantastic.
So Kasper feeling pretty calm. Hal, that view, which is the same view we've got from the commentary box, suggests there's some pretty interesting rain on the horizon. If that were to come in and Johan was to go out in the first race and it gets wet later, it could be an advantage. You know, he is in this first race with only 4 cars. There he is pulling up to the grid, so he's P absolutely last because the DQ puts you last. He's on the outside. Yeah,
you'd also bet your house on him winning this one based on the level of the other drivers in this session.
I'd put my house on him winning this session because, as we said at the end of the last one, they've lit a fire under him. He doesn't agree with the penalty.
Unless horses it down with rain in about a lap's time and he's on dries and everyone gets the opportunity to go on wets later on.
So there's so many variables. That's why we love this sport. Inside line, Matt Oman, then it's Philip Turenne, Tom Daniel Tanovic and Johan Kristoffersson on the outside. Currently P16. It's not like he's not going to make it. The others really need a good result here to get into the top 24, the quarterfinals tomorrow. Johan making his final adjustments. I saw him on the grid. I gave him a smile and a thumbs up, and he just smiled back at me and a little nod. And I thought, okay, I know what this means. That's the onboard there with Kristoffersson. It's a crucial one for him. It's 4 Volkswagen Polos on the grid, but only the one on the outside has 8 World Rallycross Championship titles in its driver, hence the number. Good start off the line. Tanovic has gone with Kristoffersson. Kristoffersson hasn't got enough to shut the door as he has. Straight across the front of Oman and into turn 1. Oman follows him through, both follow him through. Who is still on the grid? Philippe Turenne, wasn't it? Is still down on the grid.
Turenne had a bad start in Q2 earlier on as well. Well, didn't get off the line at all, did he? And then ended up pulling off in the race. And Tanevic's broken the drivetrain there. You can see the rear wheels are spinning. He's doing donuts and nothing's going on. I think he's broken the drive shaft on the front right corner. I did a bit of that a couple of weeks ago in Linden Legends. Kristoffersson is...
Did you do any of this, though, at Linden Legends?
Jumping.
Johan Kristoffersson things.
I didn't get black flag. No. Kristoffersson is on an absolute mission here. This is exactly what he will have wanted, isn't it? To get the clear track out front. And if the rain comes, as you say, Andrew, this is a real opportunity. You can still bet on him winning the entire event, even at this stage, but it does give us a lot of drama. It gives us a great storyline. Mats Ekström through.
I think one of the things that's really interesting, Hal, is it's not just Johan, is it? We've seen a bad run for Bakkerud and Kasper because of the contact. We saw OC Baby with a bad run. Rukkanen had a bad run. There are a lot of people in the top 8.
Fabian Paya, Johan Rukkanen, Juri Linneman, and Patrick O'Donovan. Like, you just...
Yeah, but even further, Enlund, Rennie Munich, Niels Volland, and then Mandy August is in P9. I mean, Raffos is in P10. So it has been topsy-turvy. I think it's about the right way to put it. And Johan is about to try and put that right. He does a 43.1. 42.9 is the fastest, isn't it, that we've seen. But obviously track conditions are different. Doesn't necessarily
need to do the fastest lap, as I always say. The pace is only against those in the session. He's always so calm at the wheel, isn't he? Barely blinking.
Calmer than me, batting a spider away from Hal's head there. He didn't see it, don't worry, everyone. It was hanging off the top of the awning. Look, I mean, this, as we say, this will just be a masterclass in trying to nail the perfect points on every single corner. The team are not happy, I get it. You know, they feel the decision's gone against them. I don't think they were surprised there was a penalty, but they didn't like the penalty. Yeah, black flag's about as serious as it gets. 43.0, so he's gone 43.5, 43.1, 43.0. He's doing lap times that most of the others can't do.
Sends into the joke lag, gets all the rotation done on the way in, gets to the first apex, nails the second apex, runs right to the outside against the barrier.
Right to the limit.
Stunning joker lap, and that is where you gain the time.
Right to the limit. So Kristoffersson's time, so let's have a look and see what they were. He's got black flag, so I don't know what the time was from the previous one. It's 2:57 from the first one. I've got a feeling it was a similar one on the next one. Here he comes down the hill now.
2:58.3 did it.
2:58.3, right. So 2:57, 2:58 is the absolute fastest he's been here. Let's see what he's going to do on this one. How fired up is Kristoffersson? Round the long left-hander and to the line. And it's 2:57.5, and that is the quickest he's gone all weekend. So he's gone 0.3 of a second quicker than he went in Q1. And that is what you do when you get black flagged and you're a little bit annoyed about it.
He also intrinsically has that pace, doesn't he?
Oh, he does.
53.1 and 53.0 in the middle of that race was the kind of pace he's been on all day. Clearly feeling very good in that car.
I think the rain's going the other way, Hal, as we see Tanevic coming in. See what I mean? It's sort of moving off over the horizon in the background. Yeah, a few of the teams, Bakkerud's team, said to me as we went by, they were like looking up at the sky, shrugging their shoulders. What do you think? You can see in the background of your shot there, that's the rain falling on the hill just behind the circuit. But to be honest with you, I don't think it'll matter whether it's wet or dry. With a time like that, Kristoffersson is going to be exceptionally hard to beat in this. It is the fastest time of the weekend. 2:57.581 is Johan Kristoffersson's response to a black flag in Q2. Oman, Tanevic and Turenne are the finishers there. Well, Turenne, I'm from sheer DNF. Here we go, look at the start. It's not done, is it, until sort of second, third gear. And then here it's like, see, one curb over the inside, one wheel over the inside, curb and off. Tidy. I want to see the Joker from the drone. I'd love to see that. There's the broken transmission. We haven't got the Joker in the replays this time, but I'm sure we'll find it at some point. It was absolutely masterful on the turn-in and then on the exit as well. So Kristoffersson's done it in the first heat race. It's now down to everybody else to try and match that time. And here is an early contender for it. Andreas Bakkerud is in race 2, thanks to the contact from that previous one. So Anton Sepper on the pole, that's Andreas Bakkerud. Bart Bell and Kasper Jansen, who prior to this session was sitting in P2 after an outstanding run in Q2. Little hold up. I wonder if we've got another recovery going on. No, the marshals give the thumbs up now. Kasper Janssen tightens the belts, pulls down the visor. It's nowhere near as bright as it was earlier. Bart Bell still hasn't shut the door. I mean, it was hot earlier, I got it earlier, not so much now. There is Bakkerud, he is visor down as well. This is as much about recovery as it is trying to beat Johan. The thing is here, there's every chance none of them is going to get pole. None of the, you know, the TQ is probably not going to go to one of the usual suspects, but let's see. They want to be as far up the grids as they can for those quarterfinals. Ideally, row one. Janssen and Bakkerud with good starts. Seppa, though, as well. Bakkerud does get away. Janssen around the outside. Seppa, you're on board with him now. He will go with Bakkerud on the standard lap. In fact, everybody goes standard lap. Missed opportunity there for Seppa for me. Although, wouldn't want to necessarily come out behind Bart Bell.
Yeah, tricky, isn't it? No, and actually, Bart Bell may as well follow because he needs to learn as much as he can. He's probably got 2 more opportunities, realistically, in Q3 and Q4, unless something remarkable happens and he can make it through to the quarterfinals and then further on. So, yeah, for sure, follow those more experienced drivers. Already pulling a gap there while Bakkerud and Janssen close to the back of the Fiesta.
Janssen is very, very impressive here, isn't he?
Oh, Bell's gone to the outside of Seppa over the jump. I wonder if Seppa's carrying an issue. We haven't seen the sort of pace we'd expect so far this weekend from Seppa. Bell's having a look here. Puncture for Seppa. Left free.
Yeah, see the car sitting down.
They must be running the pressures too low on the Skoda or something.
Janssen's gone Joker, so it's tidy Joker from Janssen with the pace he had earlier on today. You can't count him out for getting the overlap on Bakkerud. He got P2 in Q1 this morning. Following Johan Kristoffersson, he was only 0.2 of a second off Johan's pace. Very impressive indeed. Kasper Janssen onto the gravel at the top of the hill. Andreas Bakkerud into the right-hander at the bottom of the hill. Big jump and in. The gap is 3.3. Is it enough or not? Not sure what the Joker time was in the previous one. Obviously, track conditions have changed anyway. We'll have a predictor for you on that. Seppa is really struggling now with the tyre completely off the rim. 43.2 for Bakkerud. So Bakkerud is on a great race pace here. 43.0 is Kristoffersson's. He jokers and responds to Kasper and comes out in front of him. Good call.
Yeah, good spotting from Anton Markland, former European champion in this very car. So Anton doing a solid job there for former rival Bakkerud to get him in and out.
Yeah, Bakkerud off down the hill. Bart Bell still to Joker on lap 3 out the 4. You're on board again with Janssen. He hits the wall. Janssen hit the wall and we spin on board with him. Barrier tap on the inside line. That's a disaster for the young Swede. Needs to gun it and flick it round the other way. Gets it done. Lost an absolute ton of time. What a shocker when we were on board, but those are the margins down that hill.
Catastrophe for Kasper Janssen after all the delays and the time loss he had in that session earlier on in Q2 from the contact that ultimately earned Kristoffersson the black flag. Bakkerud a bit of understeer off the curb there in the middle part of that opening sector, but Kasper Janssen will be ruining that mistake. He's had such great pace here this weekend, Andrew. These are the sort of margins, as you say, but very disappointing.
What a shame. Yeah, I know when you're hunting for tenths, but I think his pace was good enough that maybe the tenth wouldn't have made the difference. Bakkerud with a huge jump. 2:57.5 is the time of Kristoffersson. It's going to be close. It's a good drive by Bakkerud. Goes to the outside line, 2:58.5. 1 second off. That's decent pace from Andreas Bakkerud throughout that race. We know how hard Johan tried. Kasper Janssen with, I think, some 7 or 8 seconds lost in that instant, maybe more.
Best pace that Bakkerud's had relative to Kristoffersson all weekend. So great job from the championship leader coming in to Höljes.
And let's not forget as well, that's the best pace that Kristoffersson has had all weekend. So not only is it relative, but it's a good job. I guess
not the best ultimate pace Kristoffersson's had, but the best overall heat time.
Yes, exactly.
Whereas I was also meaning that in free practice, Bakkerud has been
1.5
significantly
away.
behind, but that wasn't 4 times 1.5, so he's much closer for overall.
Yeah, it's 4 times 0.25, isn't it? If you look at it over the course of the race, obviously some of that margin will be different on the Joker lap. Kasper Janssen was only 0.3 off Bakkerud, so it is a good 9.5 seconds lost there. What a shame. And yeah, Bakkerud 0.9 off Kristoffersson. Mats Oman in P2, but 9 seconds in between. There are a lot of cars to slot into that gap. Look at that pulling faces. They're used to this from the World Cup. I'm guessing everybody's got quite used to seeing the. Where's the camera? There it is. Give the camera a thumbs up. Yeah, that's it. Get some. Look, the kid in the background's having an ice cream. It's brave. Here's Casper. It's just too late to see the contact with the barrier. I don't know if we've got it any earlier or not. Oi, oi. So Kevin needed to flick the lock round the other way and do a Kevin Hansen in the dry, didn't he? But there we are. Grid lined up ready for race 3. We're going to be able to take a look at the lineup for it on the inside. Jose Oliveira, then it's Hans-Joran Ostrang, Oliver O'Donovan, Joni Topainen, and Attila Moser. Ollie, of course.
Many of these drivers as well looking to make amends for time lost in Q2.
This could be interesting up in turn 1. Topainen's got to get away if he can. And he does get a good start. Topainen just about enough in front to be able to shut the door here if he's brave. And Ollie goes with him. Ollie O'Donovan really brave there and manages to pull it off. Thought he was going to get attacked from behind, but he managed to get into P2. Good drive.
O'Donovan's best start of the weekend and made the most of it. Was solid in the first corner. You just got to be brave, as you say sometimes, and hold your line. Moser as well, making the best of it. Ostrang looks to the inside of Moser, up to the velodrome. Sinks up the inside, Moser will look back to the inside. Clout in the rear quarter, bit of contact built at the throttle on the grass. Is Ostrang, gets it all together. O'Donovan, though, going with Topainen out front.
Ostrang used the grass on the inside, the dirt on the outside, but he did get the pass done at the end of the day, so that's what he's after. And Topainen now has got to get after those lap times. 43.7 for his first lap, so he's just about in the pace window. Love to know what they're doing with tyres at this point. How, like, when are you risking your tyres and what are you saving any? Are you throwing everything at qualifying now to try and get further up the order?
O'Donovan lost a 10th to Topainen in the opening sector. A second in the opening sector, then a 10th and 2/10. So actually, in the latter part of the lap, O'Donovan's going with one of the rising stars of the European Championship at the moment. More fighting going on further back between Oliveira and Moser.
Already been in the wars with the pass with Ostrang. But down the hill now, Oliveira surely going to have a look. Oliveira with a crease in the front of the bonnet, both headlight covers missing.
O'Donovan quicker. Sorry, Andrew, O'Donovan quicker than Topainen middle sector of this lap, and they've gone Topainen's taken a 10th back in the final sector. Ollie O'Donovan is on a charge here.
This is good though. This is what anybody who's not as quick as anybody else, doesn't matter what age or where they are, just get after a quicker car in front of you and see what they're doing.
And sometimes you just need the clear air as well, don't you? O'Donovan's now dropped 7 tenths to Topainen in the opening sector of this one. It's the opening sector where he's losing out more than anywhere else. Or Topainen oversteer and understeer coming down the hill.
So Moser's gone joker, Oliveira too.
Again, O'Donovan matches Topainen in the middle sector.
So Joni Topainen, lap times, 43.7, 43.9, 43.7. He is there. It's not going to be enough, I think, to catch up with Johan and Andreas, but this could see him up in the top 3. And again, he needs it after he had that crash with his teammate in turn 1 after the contact in the previous run. O'Donovan through the joker, Ostrang through the joker, Oliveira with no answer to them in terms of pace.
Ostrang with all the inputs through the joker lap, having a great time on his return to European Rallycross this weekend. Topainen hasn't been as quick here as I would have maybe expected. He was so impressive last year, wasn't he, in that super wet race in the battle with Lucas Anderson.
Sparks from the underguard as he lands another long jump here at Höljes. Topainen with a fantastic drive over the line. 2:59.9, that's an outstanding run. He's only 1.4 seconds off the back of Bakkerud. I'm pretty sure that's the first time he's dipped under the 3-minute mark. Let me see. Yeah, 3:02 and a 3:13, so that is Topainen's best run of the weekend when he needed it as well. So the top guys here, Hal, are doing what they do and they're producing the goods when they need to.
Quite eerie, isn't it, with the dust hanging there over the Höljes circuit. Joni Topainen takes the race victory and will slot into 3rd overall. Ollie O'Donovan goes 4th with 2nd place in that race. Ostrang drops into P6. Johan Kristoffersson, as you can see on the qualifying ranking for Q3 so far, is top of the order ahead of title rival Andreas Bakkerud, Tapainen, O'Donovan, Omen, Ostreng, Janssen, Oliveira, Bell and Attila Moser. Again, look at the start of the set promotion. Ford Fiesta, the M Sport built machine. O'Donovan was composed in the first corner to follow. Moser did a great job as well, in fairness, with the Fiesta. Oliveira jokered early on. This was the battle between Ostreng, who got up the inside of Moser, then got a clout in the rear wheel, took a trip across the grass. That's a scary old ride along there, I tell you, because the barrier, the downhill comes at you quickly. Look at the composure. Tapainen gets the car into the Joker straight, then gets it nice and sideways, using the clip of the track limits on the inside to help unsettle the car. Massive jumps here today at Höljes. Look at the bonnet deflecting with the impact on the ground and crossing the line with the third best time. Solid job.
Next up then, on the inside, Johannes Rappos, and it's Peter Hedström. Mandy August is having a great day, qualified in P9 at the minute. Paulius Pleskibus and Mark Moser. So Hedström and Rappos here, the drivers who need to get a bit of a wiggle on, get away from the others if they can. I think Mandy August needs to stay out of trouble, because at the minute, with her consistency and her pace, she was, where was she in Q1? Was she P6 or something in Q1? Yeah, it was 6th and a 13th. It is by far the best performance I've seen from Mandy. Let's see what she can do here. Rappos and Hedström, everybody staying in lane on the run to the first corner. Moser trying to come across and shut the door. Hedström's inside. Moser just one wheel in the dirt. Nicely done. Should maybe have decided to go Joker there. Now you've got three cars crashing into each other on the inside line. If you're in P3, we were talking with this about with Clara earlier, how when you're out and about, if you're third and nobody's gone, you might as well go if you think the pace is similar to the other cars in the race.
Moser's on the grass in the background. He is on a wild old ride this weekend, isn't he?
Pleskibus up
all
the
sorts
side.
of things going on with that car, isn't there? Because it's just not underneath him at all. Hedström's got the bonnet flapping on the Peugeot 208.
Yeah, be hoping that doesn't come up. It happens very, very fast indeed if it does.
Johannes Rappos as well, giving chase. What a stunning, stunning job that young boy is doing this season, the young Norwegian. I've said it so many times now, but that car is not a Works-built car. The car he's chasing here was built in collaboration between Peugeot Sport and Hansen Motorsport, with all of their much experience. And it is, okay, it's a Rally 2 chassis concept. So you're starting with a good base, but it's not the same as a bespoke rallycross car built by a manufacturer, is it? And David Norgard and his team created this car. David's realised that maybe his career is better off giving his stepson an opportunity, and that is absolutely been rewarded, isn't it? Because he's been stunning this year, Rappos.
He's been absolutely brilliant.
Pleskibus has dropped in the background.
Oh,
Sorry,
yes,
coming down the hill.
Yeah, Moser comes around the outside of it, so Pleskibus might get that off there. It's the commitment down the hill again, Howley. You can see, can't you, why Casper hit the barrier, because you're looking for those tenths, and that's one of the places to find it. Goes Joker, good decision, I think. So Rappos, lovely on the way in, maybe a tiny bit hot on the way in. That'll cost him a bit on the exit.
A tenth or two, though. Pleskibus is properly beached there, and he loves to state the wheels. That is not the place you want to spin go down the hill, is it? That would be
exciting.
Clenchy.
Yes. Good.
You just know, you can feel it, can't you? Your body would all tense up going on.
And it moves around a lot coming down the hill anyway, you know, and then you just brakes, turn it in, and it's fast, it's very fast. There's a bit of car which won't ever be being used again. Hedström and Rappos, 3.4 is the gap between them. Fastest lap for Johannes Rappos on the last time around, was it? I think it was 44.2.
Significantly quicker in the final section.
2.8. Gap's come down, 2.8. So this is for Rappos to try and get the lead here. I think he's going to get it done. He should have way better exit speed than Hedström. And Rappos passes Hedström with the Joker strategy and a couple of banging laps there to take the lead. Brilliant help.
And you've got to remember that Peter Hedström is one of the Höljes specialists here. He was just down the road in Torsby, has done thousands and thousands of laps here in all sorts of different supercars. Has done incredibly well here, especially when it gets wet and slippery.
I don't think he'll have a look now. I don't think he'll want to lose
Can't
time.
Can you yellow flag in that corner, and then it's just the final turn to go.
Rappos about to come round. He's not going to trouble the top time here, but this is an outstanding run by him. 3:04.1 is his quickest time of the weekend as well. 3:06 in the first race. and a 3:11 in the second one.
Good enough for P4 overall as things stand with just a couple of races to go. So worst case scenario, that's 14th, but for sure he'll go quicker than some of those in the next couple of races.
So my bad, it was a 3:06 and a 3:07. It was P11 in the second one. So yeah, very consistent. All three of his times within 3 seconds of each other. How old is he, Hal? 18 or something,
Something like that, yeah, he is.
18, 19, yeah. So
I hate to commit because I've never really
well, I never know when their birthdays are.
Yeah,
I don't know, mate, yeah. Has he had a birthday or not? Kristoffersson leads, 2:57.5. Bakkerud to Payne with great recovery drives. Rafos, fantastic, as was Ollie O'Donovan. All up there in the top 5. Great job by them. Ekström, Omans, Ostring, Kasper Janssen P9 after the spin. That's gutting for Kasper. P2 in Q1 earlier on today. So Kasper Janssen has the pace, but now needs to get it together in Q4 tomorrow to get himself as high up the order as he can. He's in no danger of not qualifying, I'm pretty sure of that. He says, looking down at his notes, yeah, he's P11 after Q2. Ekström was kind of just a bit later on the brakes, wasn't he, into turn 1, and then Moser here. Yeah, I mean, Moser had a run up the side from August Pleskavas then as well. Oh, then a little tap on the inside from Pleskavas coming through up at the end as well. In the background there is Pleskavas ending his race backwards over the curbs. Just looking for to see where Mandy was. Mandy, August P12. So yeah, Mandy with not such a good run as the previous ones, but there was a bit of action in turn 1. Great drive, absolutely brilliant drive from Rafos. Not just the laps, but to get the tactics right. And here are our quick drivers getting ready. OC Baby about to get in. The ones who didn't have any unfortunate incidents in the previous session. Rutkanen in the background pulling his gloves on, look, just eyeballing OC Baby as he slides into the polo. Such a great atmosphere in the pre-grid as everyone's like, oh, come on in, let's go.
They look like new tyres to me on on the front of Nyirád.
If Claudia can hear us, if Claudia you're on the RF, show us the tyres if you can. I don't know if she's good. Can we go to the previous car? Go back to Baby. Go back to Rutkanen. Thank you.
No, they're used on
Rears,
the rear.
maybe new on the front. Not sure. Here's the front. So we're going to take a look and see. They look a bit newer, Hal.
Yeah, but it's so hard to tell. They're definitely scrubbed on the rear of OC's car.
Let's have a look at the front.
The Polo is renowned for being quite easy on its tyres.
Yeah.
So, and of course, you want to save the best of your rubber until later on.
Unless you're having a shocker and you're desperately trying to make up the time.
So the tyre allocation is 8 tyres per event, but you get 4 new and 4 carried over from those you've used so far in the year. So they don't have to be from the previous round, they just need to be ones that have been registered. You don't even need to have used them, just registered.
So if you had an event where it was wet and dry, that would be advantageous in terms of tyres you could take on, I guess.
Yeah, and what all the teams will be hoping for is it rained all weekend at some point, so you get loads of brand new tyres for Lohéac, which is renowned for being abrasive.
Yeah, really, really tough on tyres. Okay, here we go. Q3, Heat 5, Martin Enland, the Sendland on the inside, then Niels Volland, Patrick O'Donovan, João Ribeiro, and Victor Christensen. Patrick in the middle of the grid needs to get away. There's it's the Bakkerud in the fans in the background. Not sure who is at the front. Is
Reds RX, isn't it? That's
is that Reds RX? Is that their logos?
That's the set guys.
Okay, so they're all.
Sure. No, that's the HTB Racing guys. So they're all part of Bakkerud's army.
Yeah.
My bad.
They're getting themselves ready for a bit more cheering and maybe some drinking tonight. O'Donovan's car is pointed slightly towards the inside line here. Now the anti-lug comes on. Oh, Patrick looked like he got a lot of wheel spin. He's gone backwards. Good start by Enland and Volland in front. Ribeiro, though, with the Hyundai gets a better start. Little tap sideways. Door open on in the background on Christensen's car. O'Donovan goes joking with Sendland on the inside. But it is João Ribeiro out front, and that was much braver by Ribeiro. That was use of a four-wheel drive car in the start.
Yeah, it's exactly what you need to do earlier on. Imar talking about earlier on. Back to O'Donovan again for the third qualifier in succession as Christensen looks to the inside of Volland. Volland must have a front right puncture, the amount of understeer he had through the velodrome. But again, O'Donovan is right behind Enland, as he has been all day.
They're a very close train in the back here, aren't they? Volland again with understeer. I think Hal's right. There's something wrong on the front end of Volland's car. Is it the front left off or front right?
Don't know. There's so much understeer in the velodrome. They've done well to clear him as quickly as they have.
Yeah, front right's off. Hal isn't it? The bumper across the angle across the road. So Patrick now, him and Enland are both joking. He needs Enland to get a wiggle on, doesn't he? We know Enland's quick. Patrick is all fired up behind him.
Bit of damage on the front of the 208. Looks to the inside as O'Donovan. Now he's going to look to the inside again. Can't get there.
This was the place earlier on today. If he's going to do it, he'll get on the bar from the outside. Is he going to cut back inside? O'Donovan trying for the side-by-side move. Little bumper up at the rear of the car. Over the paint on the inside line. Oh, it's very quick down there, especially if you get on the dirty line.
Tricky position for O'Donovan this, as they're going to go side by side over the jump. Can he get it stopped quick enough to get back up the inside? He's going to look to get the nose up the inside of the final corner. Enland runs wide into the loose dirt on the outside. Job done for O'Donovan.
Yeah.
O'Donovan has to be careful at this stage, though, because he's fourth overall at the moment with all the topsy-turviness of the first two qualifiers. So he's still got to get to the end of this in a reasonable time.
Damage, you don't want a penalty, you want to get a good time. So it's about the other way. Fastest lap for O'Donovan as well, 44.3. So a really good, committed push. Managed to get the over-under, couldn't get it up this end, but managing to get up at the other end. So Ribeiro and Christensen out front haven't jokered. Ribeiro's got 4.3 over O'Donovan at the minute, but it's come down to 4.2. So for me, Ribeiro should go now, Hal, if he wants to cover off O'Donovan.
O'Donovan's taken 4 attempts out of Ribeiro in this lap alone, closing on the rear of Christensen, who had the door open in the opening corner.
Let's see if Ribeiro goes. He should. If the spotters are on it, they should send him. They have. He's gone in now. So watch for O'Donovan in P3 in the background. Christensen. That's a big old send into the joker lap. Ribeiro coming out, and he has got enough to cover off O'Donovan. Whereas Christensen, I think, is going to end up P4. So now it's a question of whether Patrick wants to try and make a pass on this final lap.
Big commitment from Ribeiro through the first corner. Really committed to the curb hard, didn't he, on the way into the joker lap to maximise the entry speed. Didn't quite maximise the entry speed in the same way that Victor Christensen did with the super sideways polo. But Ribeiro's done enough here.
Yeah, job done. I thought he had 1 lap to go, but that was just prior to the finishing line. O'Donovan's going to look for outside, inside again. Ribeiro's going to try and keep the door shut. O'Donovan tries the rear quarter. João Ribeiro takes it. 3:03.3, that's a decent time for Ribeiro, and O'Donovan, I think, will be happy enough with that as well.
O'Donovan driving with the sort of maturity that maybe we didn't see in the past in the final corner, to come out the throttle, not force the issue, just get to the line.
Yeah, don't do the damage, don't get a penalty, you're sitting in P4.
Great damage limitation for O'Donovan after getting caught in the traffic. 3:03.6 for him, a 3:03.3 for Ribeiro. They're solid times, aren't they?
I think you want to be top 8, don't you, Hal? There's the puncture on Volland's car. If you're top 8, you're on the front row in the quarters. Yeah, and I'm talking about damage limitation again. Of course, everybody wants to be P1, but you want to be up if you can.
Poor Nils Volland. He's just not working out from this year at all after being so good this year. We'll see it on this opening lap. Good start from Volland again. They're really doing a good job with that Audi, the Volland camp. Ribeiro strong off the line in the Hyundai. This is Enland, who's going to commit to the joker, but not commit as early as O'Donovan did. From the back of the pack, that's what we often talk about, is you've just got to commit early, haven't you? And O'Donovan did, but it didn't work out for him because he was behind Enland. This is on the opening lap in the velodrome, and Volland has got so much awareness and respect, hasn't he, that he was already out the way, even if he had the understeer.
This was the first attempt, wasn't it? That's where Patrick pulled it off earlier on in the day, but couldn't do it this time round. He gets him here instead, and this again, how this was a good piece of aggressive, but not overly aggressive, you know, forceful. Forceful's a better word. It's a forceful pass, and they're door to door.
I think Enland hope for more from that car this year, and I know they're still working on it, but they hope for a big step up. I think they are going quicker. We missed the part of that shot where Ribeiro carried all of that pace into the joker section.
Clara thinks it's raining, Hal. There's just slight drizzle out the background here.
Really good job from Ribeiro into the joker section, and this is the final corner. This is O'Donovan looking to the outside. Good defensive line from Ribeiro, gets back to the curb as well with the front wheel to defend the position. Great job from Ribeiro in his first year in RX1.
It is raining, so it is raining now just ahead of the final race. I can feel it on the backs of my legs.
Not hard enough to make a difference.
Well,
yet.
We'll see. The umbrellas are going up, the waterproofs are going on. Oh, I love it. Right behind. Look at it. Look at the crowd. Everyone's chucking the waterproofs on just before what should be the fastest race of the session. Is this going to chuck another spanner in the works today? I think that kid was wearing a chair. We haven't seen that since 2019.
And who will this play into the hands of?
Johan Kristoffersson. Yeah, just like last time as well. Oh, dear. And we've got Johannes Rafos is going to come and join us in commentary in a minute. Here's a few weather shots for you from our wonderful crew out there.
Paye with the wipers on full, Vaby with the button, the push-to-make switch, which has just gone once.
They will be going, please, can you get, look at everyone's leaving, they're like, nah, I won't bother watching.
Now it's raining enough to make a difference. Claudia, the camerawoman, is rushing to the front to be able to get a shot of the rain.
Ollie O'Donovan's behind us doing an Irish jig. He's well happy. So here we go, the rain is falling on the top cars. Ollie is literally, I wish Claudia was here and we could see him, but he's literally just behind commentary going,
you saw the rain,
mad.
As you were looking behind, and you saw the rain.
Yeah.
This is a nightmare as a driver when you know you're on the wrong tyres in the grid, because there's nothing you can do about it.
I feel most sorry for Fabian Paye, who's sitting in the TQ spot, but who else is in this?
Linneman, he's super high up as well.
Rukkonen is sitting in P2. Basically, it is Paye, Rukkonen, Linneman. So the top three in the standings. A delay for what? We got a little technical delay as well. That's even worse news for the drivers. Clara Anderson's next, just absolutely busting up. Go on, Clara, stick the mic on. This is worst nightmare, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel so bad for the guys on the grid, honestly.
They have a little technical issue which they're sorting out, which is likely going to be timing or data or something, and then it will be go. And they're all sitting down there going, are you having a laugh? There's no car recovery going on.
Unless it stops raining again and the sun comes out.
Right, okay, so we're going to get us to look at this. Look at this. Hold on a minute.
There's Slavomir Wallach, legend of the British Rallycross Championship, who's enjoying proceedings.
Hell, it's raining for effect, you know. Want to make sure everyone knows what's going on.
It's absolutely freezing as well.
Tierney had to run and get my jacket. Thanks, T. It's just over
but
here.
you guys are British. I mean, you should be used to this.
Mate, it's 40 degrees out there.
We're not wearing shorts. I'm wearing shorts on today. It was a terrible decision.
This is Swedish summer weather.
I know. It's normally British summer weather. Everyone's at home going, it's too hot. Oh, imagine
the rain is decreasing. The impact per finger is less.
Clara, what's the deal? How much is this enough rain to affect the time?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you can
definitely.
Look, you see behind us in the shot.
Yeah.
You can already see the loose on the way up the start-finish line. That's blue groove. You don't need to duck, sorry. In US, we call that blue groove, wouldn't you? Where it's all clean on the racing line. Well, you can see that's gone all shiny, whereas before it was all just dark with the time marks on.
Also the colour of the tarmac behind, you can just see as well. So, I mean, obviously it's terrible that it's raining unless you're watching TV and having fun rather than sitting on the start line. Oh, by the way, I got mugged by the Bakkerud lot. I've got an Andreas Bakkerud tattoo on my hand from the previous break.
Wow.
I don't know.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I know. I've tried. I thought I'd be able to peel it off, but it's dried on. So anyway, yeah, no favouritism, but I do have a Bakkerud tattoo.
Are you right-handed? You are, aren't you? So you can see that every time you write anything.
I know. Yeah, if I had a microphone, it would be terrible.
Yeah, look at that.
You can see there. That's exactly what I was talking about. The racing line has gone all dark.
Should we wave? There we are. Can you see? There we are. We're waving. Yeah. Top, middle, under the white tent with the massive spotlights. It's pretty obvious where we are. Bit of a breeze on the go. Look at that. The old ponchos are out. They're waving. 20 seconds we're hearing until they can fire everything up. Well, the rain coming at just the wrong moment. And the track is going to be damp for this one. Here we go, the final race of qualifying, day one here, round 3 of the European Rallycross Championship. Coming to you from Höljes, Baby, Rukkonen, Paye, Munich and Linneman. 3 of these drivers are in the top 3 overall, but the conditions have changed and they will be stuck on slick tyres almost certainly. Paye loses out, the TQ man drops back. Rukkonen, Baby, side-by-side contact. Linneman, outside to inside, and then is he going to go Joker? And there I would. Linneman goes Joker. Rukkonen with a whole shot on the inside line. Ready, Munich has gone out to the standard lap. Paye drops down into P3. Oh, OC Baby into the back again.
Rukkonen fighting hard in the first 2 corners, knowing how important it was to get ahead of Baby because they've got great lap time pace in the Volkswagen Polo. This is where the experience of OC Baby in a rally car will come into its own. He's so used to reading the road. Rukkonen eyes wide going down the hill.
Your eyes would be wide in this weather as well.
It's a voyage into the unknown. You've got no idea what the grip's going to be like. Wipers going on all the cars. Fabien Paye, star of the day, is on the back of these two drivers in his first year at the Megane.
Paye, the TQ man, remember at the minute. Rukkonen gets away a little bit in terms of traction. Now in comes the Megane behind. So now they've done one that, they'll have a little bit more of an idea what the traction levels are like.
Linneman on a mission behind. He's nearly
joking already.
Top three.
But he's joking.
These are your Linneman conditions, Andrew. He was so quick in the wet in Hungary,
wasn't it? Same
a few weeks ago.
And Clara says it's raining harder again, so it's raining in the background again. These guys, what are the lap times? 46.2. We're a couple of seconds off the lap time. So this is going to turn everything on its head. Day one has been absolutely mad. We've seen drivers with mistakes, drivers with accidents, drivers taken out, and now the rain for the very top heat, and nobody else. We said it might come. Oh, baby, jumps to the inside line. No room there, and they all run wide. They've overcooked it. Too much jump, not enough braking distance. Paye with them.
This is a battle between Paye, Rukkonen and Linneman for the top qualifying position if they can set a reasonable time here. Juri Linneman doesn't think he's going to continue after this weekend because he needs to find more budget for a better car.
Rennie Munich with the fastest lap, Hal. Sorry, carry on.
Fastest lap of this race.
Yeah, I know, but still impressive in these conditions.
Oh, fantastic. He's not in the fight, though, at the moment, isn't he? He's running 3 at the back to try and close the gap.
He's
What is the gap back from Munich? 3.2. The Joker's going to be another unknown.
We don't know what it'll be on the way in, and it's absolutely chucking it down again now behind us. The rain is really coming. Lap 3 out of 4. These 3 drivers going to go. Joker, is Linneman going to be able to overlap everybody?
The lap times are not there compared to what we saw earlier on. Wet race declared, says the timing screen. It's too late for these drivers
for that.
on their Hülje drive.
Oh, now they're going really sideways, side by side, baby, trying to come through. Rukkonen, sideways, damage to the rear left on Rukkonen's car, surely. They're all going to go Joker now. Johan Rukkonen goes in, Paye's carried on and he hasn't joked. Fabien Paye has not joked. What a disaster. Linneman comes down into the lead. Rukkonen trying to shut the door on Munich. He gets in there. Munich slots in behind. Fabien Paye has not joked. And what an absolute shocker. The TQ man with the Cardinal Rallycross in has forgotten to joke or hasn't been told to joke by his spotters. What a shocker, especially with the contact behind.
Competition because they've been doing such a good job.
Rukkonen's car is broken. Maybe trying to pass Munich. Over the jump comes Ulrich Linneman. Linneman with a brilliant drive in these conditions. They're not going to get anywhere near the top of the timesheet. Linneman takes the win. Into P2 goes Rukkonen with a broken car. Does Veiby get past? No, Munich just beats Veiby. And unfortunately for Paye, crossed the line first, but you can see the X is not lit up. 30-second penalty, if I believe correctly. Absolute shocker, Hal. Clara too. Sorry, Clara, that was wild.
Yeah. Oh,
I feel so bad for Fabien.
Gutted.
Look at the top though, Kristoffersson, Bakkerud to Painen.
Look at the lap times though as well, 43.0. What was the fastest lap in this race, Hal? 46?
45.
45.8.
45.8. Yeah, 45.8. So what are we talking? 3 seconds? Clara, do you want a coat?
Yeah, no, I'm all right.
You're all right.
Yeah, it's all right.
Thank you for being offered jackets and everything. Right, Hal, Clara, go for it.
Linneman makes a great start here from the outside, doesn't he? Rukkonen, though, really takes the fight to Veiby. We know that Rukkonen's been having good starts this year when he can get it hooked up. Look at the effort he put in the first corner. Massive spit of flame from Veiby on the overrun as he changed down a gear. That was so important for Rukkonen's race. Led out front for most of it. Look at the rain this early on. Veiby with a colossal jump there. I just can't get over how disappointed I am for Fabien Paye in the background.
Me too, because I think he would have been the TQ.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, the time wasn't going to be good, but it's this final corner, Hal, when it started raining heavily on the last lap, they get side by side. Look at the fire that Rukkonen, I thought he was going to end up in the Marshall post.
You were right, Andrew. It was broken.
Yeah, broken at contact.
Unlucky for Veiby to a degree that they both had to joker because he was going to struggle to get past at that stage.
I really thought Rukkonen might end up in the Marshall post on the inside. The way the two tyres contact and he got fired to the inside line.
So before we see the graphic,
oh look at Ulrich in the back.
I think Linneman's going to be top qualifier here.
Oh my
When
goodness
he's
me.
thinking this might be his last ever European Championship event.
I think he might turn up.
He might have to make that change.
Yeah, he might. Oh, the wets are going on. The Hülje wet tyres are going on. This is getting ready for RX3 front-wheel drive in the wet. And remember, last year, Rittis Gerklis was epic in the wet, although it was a lot wetter than this. It was almost boat racing weather. OK, let's take a look at our situation in Q3 then for RX1. Here we go. Patrick O'Donovan is the top qualifier. Ulrich Linneman's down in P7, and that's the difference in the weather. Patrick O'Donovan, the 2024 European Rallycross champion, is in the top qualifier spot. Bakkerud and Tapainen have fought their way back to 2 and 3. Raffos in 4th. Wow. Incredible stuff. Didn't see where Kristoffersson was. I assume he's on that front page with the win in that session.
Maybe down in 15th.
Wow.
What a roller coaster.
Jansen, yeah, Oman, Nolan. So who's out at the minute? Bell, Seppa, Tanovic, Turen. To be fair, yeah, Seppa's having not a good time. I just wanted to see the front page again if we can, just to see where Kristoffersson was, but maybe we can. Anyway, with the win, he got himself straight back up, didn't he, into the top. But look at that, the Poncha, Johan's P6. Okay, so yeah, I was so busy looking at the top. Well, there we go. So where was he before, Hal? P16?
16, yeah.
So he's gone P16 to P6 with the session win. Patrick in the TQ. You two are going off in the paddock in a minute. I don't even know where you're going to go. There's so many stories.
Yeah, decide in a minute.
How rich? We'll be checking his step count later on today, because I think it's going to be quite impressive. Right. The first Super 1600 cars, RX3s, are heading out onto the grid. Hal. Is he disappearing? I think Hal's going to disappear off, so we're going to get Johannes Raffos. So Clara and Hal are going to go for a walk. Thanks, guys. I'm going to put these headphones on this man here, Johannes Raffos, and I'm going to get that down in front of your mouth. There you go. And then this little button here puts you on air. So just excuse me talking to Johannes through this while we're live. So I'm going to press that. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you perfectly. Did you see we've welcomed you to the studio with a sticker on the desk? How Rich did that for you?
That's really nice to see.
It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's cool. We'll come in the studio in a bit so everyone can see. We're going to get ourselves underway with RX3, and then I'm going to talk to Johannes about what an incredible day he's having today. So Andre Souza on the inside from Dylan Dufas, Josef Strebinger, then it's Lucas Ney and Tiago Ferreira. Let's get this race underway. First of all, so front-wheel drive in the wet is, it's still fun. Driving anything competition is fun, but it's quite hard work in wet conditions. I know, Johannes, I think you've done a bunch of front-wheel drive stuff in the past, so we can...
Yeah, I have done a lot of front-wheel drive in Norway on wet, so it's really fun to do, but you have to wait to give full throttle.
To get on the throttle, yeah. They're going to have to be very careful off the line. Who's going to get it right? I would say not many of them. On the inside line, Souza gets it best in the end. Poor old Tiago Ferreira in the green and black Fiesta. Oh, Souza straight into the dirt on the outside, spin in the background, contact. And Tiago Ferreira, this is his opportunity. Green and black car, currently sitting in P15 with 2 DNFs. He needs to set a brilliant time here and hope that it at least leapfrogs him into the top 12. He's only 8 points off the top 12. Johannes, what a day you're having.
Yeah, it's been a really good day with good times, and now in last qualifying getting the 6th place, so it's really happy to do it when it's so many people from Norway here too.
And where are you sitting overall? Is it P4?
P4.
P4 overall. And how old are you?
19.
19. So we said 18 or 19 earlier, we couldn't remember. Mate, brilliant, brilliant performance. We're seeing Dufas here trying to put a bit of pressure on Ferreira. They're all desperately trying to figure out how much grip there is. You've got to be so patient, haven't you, with the throttle?
Yeah, it's really good, and you need to have throttle too, so that the front don't go to the side. So
yeah, got to be smooth. Dufas goes into the joker lap. Ferreira with the fast lap on this opener as the leader, and then Souza having jokered, and Lucas Ney down in P4. Lucas Ney struggling for grip into Strebinger is out. So what front-wheel drives have you raced? What sort of things?
It was a junior class in Norway and Honda Civic.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Everybody in the same car, or is it...
Almost the same car.
Yeah.
There was the most Honda in the but it's very similar to the 1600 with but you only can have not sequential gearbox.
Okay, so you can use an H-pattern gearbox. That's good, though, because sequential gearboxes are really expensive.
It is, but the class in Norway was taking well off. Going to be was a lot of expensive.
Really?
Yeah. So we get new tires. Then it's going straight down on more drivers. So that's good.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
And how long have you been doing rallycross for? Oh, De Vos trying to come through on the inside, sorry. And Ferreira, really good awareness, left a space for him.
Yeah.
So Ferreira did the joker and responded to De Vos, but De Vos has got there. Yeah, go on, how long have you been in Rallycross for, Johannes?
What?
How long have you been competing?
2022.
Wow.
Start my first season in junior in Norway.
And how long did you did juniors for 2 years, 1 year?
4.
4 years,
Yeah,
all the way
4.
through till this year?
Yeah.
So you've gone straight from juniors to supercar?
Yes.
Mate, brilliant. Honestly, great job. Really good. Yeah, what was it like the first time you jumped in the supercar?
It was really cool. It was the first time on the last Norwegian round last year in Norway. So with a super of a rain, so this was quite cool.
And how did you get on with that race?
I think it was P7 because the engine failure.
So big curve on the left and then the right. The rain is absolutely hammering down again. You can probably see in your pictures. Half the crowd, I think, has decided they've seen enough for today, which is kind of understandable when the weather's got worse. But yeah, De Vos out front here from Ferreira. Obviously, this is a different situation to Supercar RX1, where we were seeing the conditions changing during the session. At least it's similar for them. We're just getting asked by the guys whether or not we need any waterproofs over any of the tech kit in here. I think we're okay at the minute looking at it, so I think we'll be all right for now, just giving them the thumbs up.
He's a puncture.
So Susan with a puncture.
Yeah.
Oh, that's almost not going to make him round the corner, is it? Right, that one done. De Vos is the winner with a 340.3, and we're going to get down to Hal and Clara, who are down with Patrick O'Donovan, who's the overnight TQ.
Patrick, just looking at the overall standings here, P7, P8, P5. Spent most of the day looking at the back of Martin Enland's Ford Fiesta, bar that overtaking Q1, but your top qualifier at the end of the first day in here in Höljes. If that's not Rallycross in a nutshell, I don't know what is. How's it been?
The math ain't mathing. I was looking at it on the screen there, and I was just like, "This." I actually don't know how it adds up. I kept just refreshing. I was like, "Are they sure? Have they made have Chronomoto put it in wrong or something?" But no, I don't know. Yeah, crazy. I mean, we've had an absolute a terrible weekend in terms of how the starts have been going, and every time into turn one, every single race without fail, I've been last in turn one, and we've had to pick up the pieces, and it's really frustrating when you know you've got the pace to be higher up or in a different race or in a different heat, and to have to be stuck behind and navigate your way back through the field is super frustrating. So trying to keep you cool all day and then to end up with a result like this it's a nice little reward and a cherry on top.
How does it feel now going into tomorrow? The forecast looks like it's gonna be rain. The starts have been pretty tricky today, but how are you feeling going to bed with these results ahead of tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm not really too sure. I mean, I like the wet conditions. I always have. I've loved them. The wet conditions in this car I've always struggled with, and I don't know why. But I mean, I'm feeling pretty confident. I mean, it's a good position to be in. Let's be honest. Overnight, I can't really complain, can I? But yeah, no. I mean, we're just going to see how it goes. This is Rallycross. I've been P5, 7 all over the place, down the order, and ended up here. And I could just as easily get back down the order tomorrow.
Thank you, Clara. Thank you, Patrick. Andrew, back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Hal. Yeah, Johannes Raffos here, the 19-year-old legend who's only started Rallycross literally 4 years ago, jumped from the junior class straight into a supercar and is sitting P4 overnight. Yeah. Look at him. How happy are you?
Really happy to do that result the first season.
This happy?
Yeah.
This happy?
Yeah, this happy.
Be very happy. Honestly, honestly, brilliant job. Everyone's so pleased for you. Fantastic. Got to get it done tomorrow. Now, obviously, if it's going to be wet, how do you feel about that?
Wet, I really like wet when we were in Hungary, so I hope, my opinion, I hope for wet.
Okay, perfect. So there we go. Johannes, we're going to have wet in the morning, so let's get ourselves ready for a bit more action tomorrow. On to race 2. And this one, we've got Marcus Rosrud on the inside, then Václav Tuma. We've got Rytis Gerklis, Nicholas Gellins, and Jan de Borak. So Rosrud last year was the TQ man, as we've said many times today, but in the middle of the grid, Rytis Gerklis won here last year in that pouring rain. So Gerklis should have the measure of the conditions. Nicholas Gellins, despite coming from Antigua, quite likes racing in the wet. Václav Tuma sitting P10 currently overall, and away from the line backwards. Bakkerud Timmy. Great start by Rosrud. Gerknes slots into P2 but gets a little tap from behind. Gerknes should go joker from there. I think he does. Good decision. So Gerknes goes straight into the joker while Rosrud heads onto the standard lap. And we are away in the wet here for the second race of RX3. Super 1600. Did you consider a route up through Rallycross, or obviously straight to Supercar is quite a big thing? How did it come about?
It's come about when my stepfather also had a supercar, and we considered not 1600 is not the biggest class in Norway, so it was not going that or more to the back-wheel drive, and then we had the supercar. We going to plan to do some race in Norway and end up with full season in European.
And then what the whole season straight away in Europe, you're like, let's just go for it?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Rosrud leading in the background though. Gerknes, you can see, he was jokered already. He's on the back of the pack. Gellens is responding, but it's too late. Gerknes was only 2 seconds behind, and at the minute he's only he's within shouting distance of the lead as well. Rosrud doing his best out front in the Fabia. Look at Gerknes in P3 here, is super smooth.
Yeah, and he has the joker, so...
yeah, done.
Yeah.
He's in a great position. You're looking at Gerknes now in the green and white Audi, right-hand side of your picture, just in front of him, Bakkerud Timmy. Really, for me, there's not a lot of point in them even responding now. They can just stay out until the last lap if they want to, and obviously if they do, Gerknes will win anyway. Gerknes there had to get on the brakes a little bit more, a tiny tap on the back of Timmy. Runs a bit wide. And Gerknes has lost his rear wing. So Rittis Gerknes has lost the rear wing. And there you go, that's the rear bumper of Bakkerud Timmy's car. If you look at the back of Gerknes' car, and this is the exact same thing that happened earlier on today with Julien Mounier. I don't know if it's where that jump is a bit bigger, and then the impacts, they both lost the rear wing on the car.
It's a quite hard jump, so...
Yeah, bigger than before?
Yeah, I think so. I never drive it before, but there's some laps of testing here for a few weeks ago, and jump is higher now. And
well, that's what I thought too. Like some people saying they thought it was higher today than it was yesterday. I think that's maybe an exaggeration, but I don't know. Some people are saying no, they reprogrammed it overnight. Look, Rosrud's rear wing is not doing very many rear wing things either. Rosrud over the line, so Rosrud will have to joke this time round, and Gerknes only being 1.1 second back. Easily take the lead here, so no mistakes for Gerknes. I think Gerknes is very, very good indeed in the wet. There goes Rosrud, great drive by him. He'll get P2, comes off Gellens, but Gerknes with the fastest lap. Let's take a look at the lap times. 51.1, Rosrud did a 51.3. Sorry, 51.1 was Gellens, yeah, but 50.8. So a good 3 to 5 tenths of a second quicker Gerknes is in terms of lap time. And the rain has stopped falling now. The sun is sort of poking out from behind the clouds. As you can see, the pictures are getting a bit brighter. So we'll probably be into a drying track now, and that might make a bit of a difference as the session goes on to what the times are going to be. Over the line, Gerknes takes the checker flag, took the win in much worse wet conditions than this last year. 3:33.4. Previous winning times were 3:18 and 3:15, so we're some 15 seconds slower than we were in dry conditions, but that is 7 seconds quicker than Dylan Dufass went in the previous race. Rittis Gerknes, 3:33.4, takes it from Rosrud, Gellens, Timmy and Dvorak. Oh, Hal and Clara have decided to leave the commentary box and go partying. This feels desperately unfair.
Again, Motorsport Evolution awning here, and it's been an up and down day for Andreas Bakkerud, but they're having a great time in here. Clara, this is such a part of the Höljes weekend, such a part of Andreas Bakkerud's army to have such an atmosphere.
Absolutely, I mean, being surrounded by your family, your friends, everyone that has been there throughout all the years and celebrating a good day in the office together, it's an incredible feeling.
It's just such a historically important part of Rallycross. It's about the whole thing, isn't it? Yes, the racing on track is important, but it's a lifestyle, isn't it? And a lot of these people do this as a massive passion, not just to try and win every race.
Absolutely, and I mean, Andreas is a showman, everyone knows that, so to deliver those good results today for the Bakkerud Blue fans, I bet it means so much for him.
I've got a clue what you said, it's so loud in here. Andrew, back to you.
Well, I'm not going to lie. I think that looks like a lot of fun down there, to be honest.
A song about the CEO.
That's the I think that's the CEO of Bergen Motorsport Evolution. But yeah, absolutely lovely. I think we should go to the party. What do you think? Should we just leave?
Yeah.
Okay, we're off. You guys enjoy the racing. We're going to go to the party. No party yet. Julien Meunier with a job to do. Senegaknik, Kragas, Kovacs, and Höljes. That is the lineup for this one. Meunier needs to respond now to what was a good run from Gerklis, the 333.4. But if the conditions are drying, there's every chance Meunier can match that. Yeah, I think they are drying it. What do you think?
I think it's... I'm not sure how the track will be for you. Now we are taking the dirt onto the asphalt.
So then it can get greasy as well.
So...
Very hard to tell.
Yeah.
Right, well, we'll find out when the lap times start coming in. Oh, terrible start for Senegaknik. I think might have stalled it on the line. Good start on the outside line for Höljes, trying to shut the door. Kragas is in the middle, but Meunier gets the whole shot again. Kovacs on the outside. Got to go joking from there, and does. So Julien Meunier has got the start he needed. You can see the shadows, which mean the sun is shining. The question mark is how slippery is the rest of the track, and we'll know very quickly indeed. The fastest lap from Gerklis was a 49.3. Clara's on her way back from the party. She's going to come join us. Meunier coming around to complete the first lap. I think the conditions are looking better, but we'll find out, as I say, once the clock's running. Maybe not. I mean, it's only the opening lap though. Yeah, 50.8, so that's 1.5 off. Clara, what's your thoughts on the conditions?
I mean, this is for me the most difficult track in the world on the wet, because it's so much rubber laying down that even one little drip of water makes it so slippery. It's like soap.
And then obviously with a drying condition like now with the sun out, you just can't tell how it's going to be.
Exactly, because you don't know now. Yeah, it's drying, but is the track evolving to being quicker or slower? Because this slime is still like there and stuck on the ground.
It takes a long time to clean the dust X off. The dust X is the stuff which they mix with the dirt to stop the dust from being too bad. It's been quite dusty in the Joker lap this weekend, but Meunier crosses the line, and this time round it's a 48.2. Yeah, so he goes 1.1 quicker than Gerklis, so it does look like the lap time's there. Johannes, impressive job so far.
It's very impressive. He's doing good the whole season.
Yeah, the only driver who's won both rounds of his series. Meunier is definitely favourite in RX3 at the moment. Höljes closes down on Kovacs in front. Senegaknik in the background continuing as well. Senegaknik's just on the quickest lap for 48.2. Senegaknik, having Joker at the back of the pack, is still going very quickly out there. Meunier is so patient through that long left-hander, over the line now, and a 47.9, so the lap times are really coming.
They are dropping. I mean, now the track is evolving, but in some places like turn 4 and 5, that might still be this slipperiness to watch out for, but yeah, Julian is doing a very good job.
Kragas coming out from the Joker lap here, gets out in front of Kodak. That trainer car is going to come around on this final lap, but this one is all about Meunier out front. Oh, Kovacs goes defensive. That gets Höljes out wide. Höljes looking for a lower line on the exit, but if you want to open the throttle up early in a front-wheel drive car, you're just going to run wide anyway. So Meunier looking like he has got some decent grip out there now. You just see the car just turns in so much more efficiently than when it's super wet. Runs it wide on the exits, trying to get the best time he can. Meunier 320.6, look at that. Yeah. 13 seconds faster than Gerklis. Question mark on lap 1, and by the end it was really obvious.
Yeah, it was going really fast and the track was getting better.
So the question, I suppose, now is that going to be the same through the rest of the session? We've got RX4 and RX5 still to come. We might find then the old track development really comes into it. Mounier, 320.6, was already sitting in the TQ spot with a P2 and a P1. And this is going to put him right up there. There it is. So Julien Mounier leading from Ritis Gerklis overnight. Kragas, Senegatnik, Kovacs, Tiges, Rosrud and Gellins. And it is Mounier and Gerklis, of course, who are in that title fight. At the minute, Strebinger, Ney and Thiago Ferreira are not going to make it. But Dylan Dufass on 97 points is within reach. If he has a bad one of them could get there. But at the minute, I think they're all going to struggle tomorrow. One session to go for them to try and make it up into that top lot. On then to RX4 up next. This is our new category, one of our 2 new categories of this year. What do you think of it?
I think it's a really cool category you can take a car, you can drive rally and rallycross too. You can use it on the winter and some in the summer. You can drive a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Clara, you drove it yesterday. We discussed it a bit, but you loved it.
Yeah, I think it's amazing. I mean, for me, it has everything that a support class needs. It's easy to drive. It's still fast. Like these guys are
proper
and
fast.
Girls. Yeah, they are doing amazing lap times, and it's yeah, I think it's amazing. It sounds amazing, and I think it's a great addition to FIA Rallycross.
Me too. That's what we need. We need a ladder of cost and a ladder of opportunity to get people in and see those people that are talented. And the other nice thing about this is the amount of manufacturers that are already involved. Hauschen Deng on the inside, then it is Gablans, Rusek and Benazet. Benazet is the driver who most needs a good result. It has not gone his way today. He's the championship leader, and he's had 2 absolute shockers, I'm afraid. A DNF in the first one and a P8 in the second one. So he leads with a P1 and a P2 from Latvia and Hungary, but at the minute in 8th place, he's going to be on the outside of the second semi-final. He'll want to get higher than that if he can. See what the grid's like off the line for these guys. Hauschen Deng moves across on Gabrans immediately, trying to squeeze. Anna Rusek drops back a bit. Gabrans in a bit of a sandwich. Benazet going for the round the outside move. Benazet outside to inside. In the rear corner, Hauschen Deng. Deng runs a bit wide. Benazet gets to the jump first. Hauschen Deng with a little tap on the back there. Rusek comes through in P3.
I think Deng wanted to go Joker there, but it was too late. Like the car was too deep into turn 2. But yeah, he's looking at Benazet now.
Having another look up the inside. He's alongside. Benazet runs up deep. Hauschen Deng is going to make the pass back. Benazet's going to have to be brave to go around the outside. They are literally door to door. Down the hill, Benazet thinks better of it, and Hauschen Deng has made the pass.
Yeah, great pass by Deng.
I've been impressed, to be fair, this year.
Yeah. Oh,
Anna Rusek, a big jump in the background.
Yeah. And Gabran has been into the Joker, and he's already closing in.
And this is the problem, isn't it? When you have a bit of a squabble on the first lap, you all tend to lose a bit of time. Dropping back into that pack and getting in the fight means it can be a bit difficult. Rusek goes Joker, trying to cover Gabrans, but Gabrans has already gone through. That's not a bad decision, though. If the front 2 continue to squabble, Rusek Joker in then could be good.
Exactly. But Deng is really pushing now. Gapping Benazet by 1 second.
Yeah, 0.9 up already. And a better result for Benazet. I think the question mark, of course, is whether or not the track's going to go quicker. The last time for these cars, we saw, Clara, if you remember the first race, the whole of the second race was quicker than the whole of the first race.
Yeah.
And with the track improving, you can see the shadow out there, but it doesn't necessarily... Oh, across the line, behind us, Rusek's doing a bit of extra Joker lap on the grass. Höljes doesn't necessarily improve in a linear way, does it, as it dries out?
Exactly. It's so tricky because it really differs from corner to corner, that you can have the most grip in the world in the velodrome, for example, but then you go down the hill and you almost lose the car. So you need to be really on top of it and have a good step underneath you that you can handle and tackle each condition.
Deng with a 2.4 second gap. Is that going to be enough to take the Joker up here? You've got Gabrans. Oh, Gabrans is super close to the barrier, as is Benazet. Benazet having dropped down to P3. Oh, Benazet lands the car heavily on the nose in the background. Hauschen Deng, the gap is 3.3 to Benazet, so that's cost another 1/10 of a second. It's about Gabrans in P2. 2.1 was the gap, and I don't think it's going to be enough. The Brandt should get there here with the extra exit speed. Yeah, nicely done. Hausendeng slots into P2. Good drive by Brandt.
Absolutely, and fastest lap by Deng now. Session.
Yeah.
So he's putting in a good shift.
Yeah, really impressive drive from Hausendeng. Chinese driver. And I just say it's good to see someone from outside the region taking part in rallycross. I think everyone was all surprised when Fraser McConnell turned up from Jamaica. Then we get Nicholas Gellens from Antigua. Now we've got Hausendeng from China. So the reach of the sport is starting to grow. Brandt is going to take Hausendeng. Unfortunately, he's given up a spot there and ends up almost in the barrier on the outside. Contact from Benazet. There's a bit of contact in turn 1 as well prior to that, but well, let's see. Well, those cars are rolling back to the paddock, and we're going to pop down to the paddock because Hal Ridge is there with Jussi Pinnamaki.
Down here in the set promotion team between Ruktanen's and Taparinen's car, and one of the most famous people in this paddock is sitting on a Hülje tyre. Oh, don't worry, Jussi, I'll come down there with you. A topsy-turvy proper rallycross day here in Höljes. The weather's been a bit all over the place towards the end there. But despite all of your cars having a few issues, Andreas Bakkerud's 2nd overall, Jonny's 3rd overall, and Juha's in 8th. So actually, it's just about being there all the time, isn't it, and gaining when you can.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, pretty much everything that could happen in a rallycross day happened today, and many drivers. So, yeah, I guess in the end we can be kind of satisfied that we didn't suffer more, but it was a tough day.
Damage on the rear of Juha's Hyundai. The guys are working hard on the front of Jonny's car here. I know Andreas had some damage earlier on. It's not been easy, but I guess now, having done 3 qualifiers in a solid position, you've got tonight to reset and look ahead to Q4 in the quarterfinals, because that's so important tomorrow morning with those sessions being so close together.
Yeah, I think reset is the perfect term to be used, what we need to do tonight. And also looking at tomorrow, the weather looks a challenging one. So yeah, let's first of all fix all the damage, and then we need to try to be prepared for tomorrow. And I think it will be a pretty similar day in terms of what's going to happen.
Thank you, see you in the morning.
Thank you.
I think Jussi had that absolutely bang on. Literally everything that can happen in a rallycross day has happened today. So it's been good for you, though. P4 overnight. Thanks for coming and joining us in commentary. What's the plan for tomorrow?
Try to do the same and stay in the field up top there.
All right. Well, we look forward to it. Good luck, mate.
Thank you.
Johannes Raffos, absolutely brilliant job by him. He's going to disappear off and get his car ready for tomorrow. And we're going to go racing with the remainder of RX4. What a lovely bloke, 19 years old, really switched on. Yeah, he's cool, isn't he?
Very cool.
First year in supercar. Yeah, very impressive indeed. Also very impressive, Mattias Solberg Hansen, who has won both the sessions so far on his debut in the series. He then got Philippe Mellon, who won last time out in Hungary. Conseil in P3 and Koch in P4. It's Thomas Conseil and Albert Koch. Koch is being run by the set promotion squad, who we were just talking to Jussi Pinnamaki. Jussi saying it's brilliant to have a young driver like him in the same tent as Bakkerud and Rukkanen and Tapainen. They can all, ask little tips across to him, and he can see what they're doing. So professional for a young kid. So Hansen Solberg hasn't got the start here. Solberg Hansen, sorry. Or gets over the curb on the inside too. Was done well to hang on to that. I would go joking from there, and he does. That's impressive from Solberg Hansen.
Yeah, absolutely, to hold on to that.
I thought he was going to get squeezed on the run to turn 1.
Yeah.
Quite brave to stay in it as long as he did.
And in a front wheel car as well. I mean,
yeah, I know. It was like, okay, but he got away with it and then went joker, so good move. Can't do badly, can you, when your name is Solberg Hansen?
Yeah, you have the odds in your favor.
Yeah, exactly. It's, if you're terrible and your name is Solberg Hansen, and I don't think he's any relation to Solberg or Hansen.
No, I don't think so either.
But if you're going to pick 2 names, I mean, I don't know, Kristoffersson, Anderson, something like that. A couple of top drivers, Yeah, just Anderson.
Yeah.
So Philippe Mellon with the fastest lap goes into the joke lap here. This will be to cover off Solberg Hansen from behind, and I think it's going to be enough actually. So yeah, with what's gone on in turn 1, Solberg Hansen's going to end up P3 in this one. Albert Koch trying to shut the door, gets into P2. Great awareness from Koch as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It costs so much time to have a hustle there and side by side, but doesn't look like the race is over.
It doesn't. Conseil is trying to find a way round on the outside. He went high and low, but it wasn't quite enough. Conseil now looking on the dirt on the inside. So Thomas Conseil at the back of this pack dives to the inside of Albert Koch. That's maybe a brave move, but he's pulled it off.
Fair play.
Yeah, so straight up the inside of Albert Koch. Thomas Conseil with a fantastic move into the quickest corner on the circuit.
And in these conditions also, when you don't know the grip.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Yeah, great move. So everybody having chosen now. Fastest lap is by Solberg Hansen. Solberg Hansen trying to close the gap down to Philip Mellon, but going to have to pull off a move like we just saw from Conseil if he wants to get through, but it's still 2.2 back. I don't think he's going to get there. I'm actually thinking Conseil might get back to Solberg Hansen at this rate, although Albert Koch's going with him.
Yeah.
But this is what's so good about this category, it's so close.
Yeah, and the cars are so equal that it's so down to the driver to make the difference, and yeah, great racing so far.
Got 6 Renault Clios and 2 Peugeot 208s in this series at the moment. We did see a Ford earlier on in the year.
Looking at the lap times, I think the track is still evolving and getting quicker and quicker. Solberg Hansen just did a 48.3 and Mellon 48.1.
Yeah, personal best and the fastest in the race, but I think this one is settled at this point.
Yeah.
Final few corners then for qualifying today for RX4, and if you've enjoyed the sort of upside downness of today and the wet, I would tune in tomorrow because the weather forecast is not good in the morning, and I'm saying that with a big smile on my face because it always means that we're going to have a lot of fun. So if we check the forecast what I'm doing now, Philip Mellon going to take it. Does he take the session? Yes, he does. So he beats Gebrandt's time. Are the others going to get there? I don't think they will quite. Thomas Conseil with a 24.7, so he'll slot into a P3 or 4, I think. Fabien Paillet had an absolute shocker in that last one, and Hal Ridge has gone and found him.
Fabien Paillet, you had the opportunity in your hands to be top qualifier at the end of the opening day here in Höljes. A super strong day in the Megane. You're only your 3rd event with the car. Missed the joker there in Q3. Yeah, talk us through it.
Yeah, I think anyway the heat was screwed. I mean, Johan was so slow during the heat, and I was just waiting in the rear so that something would happen so that I can pass. And then the rain came up also, so honestly the heat was completely destroyed. And then I think the team, I mean, all of this together and the fight in front, the rain and everything, and I mean, the team mixed up a little bit, and I could not see either the laps because of the visibility. So yeah, this is a shame. Actually, I don't think it has ever happened to us to not take the joker lap, but too bad it happens now. But yeah, that's, I mean, it's a team sport. You win together or you lose together. So yeah, these things happen.
Bad luck, mate. Wish you all the best and see you tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you. See you tomorrow.
Obviously disappointed, but great attitude there from Fabien Paillet. You win together, you lose together. Marius Solberg Hansen with a P2 in that last session remains in the TQ spot. Philip Mellon is in P2. Thomas Conseil, Albert Koch, Ivo Gebrandts, Hauschendeng, Andrea Benazet moves up 1 place, equal on points with Rousek, but has the better result in Q3. So the championship leader still at the moment going to be starting from the back row in the semis tomorrow. But 1 more qualifying session to go in the morning, and the weather isn't going to be good, it looks like. So look at this, the sun is literally, we've had like 3 seasons in an hour, haven't we?
Yeah, normal Höljes.
Yeah, but it was when we started, I'm in shorts and t-shirts today, and people were running to get us jackets because it was so cold. Then the rain came in. Now it's sunny, and literally there are areas of the track that are steaming. It's mad.
And it's so tricky to adapt to this, like, especially when you're down on the grid, you have the dry tires on, and you see the rain starting to drip on the windscreen. Like, it's so hard on this track.
Absolutely. 3 races to go in qualifying today. Make sure you do join us tomorrow. On the inside, Brian Neumeier, then it's Dominikos Kovacs, Paolo Martins, Flavio Martins, and Benjamin Bartlett. So the two Martins next to each other again. It's Paolo in the middle and Flavio outside. I'll remember that by the time they swap places 10 times on the run to turn one. I'll be surprised. Hal Ridge has just made it back to the commentary box from a brilliant stint again, getting stories for us in the paddock. Neumeier and Kovacs, good reaction time. The Martins brothers get away. Kovacs with a little bit of contact. Neumeier on the inside, going to get there first though. Gets the car stopped in time. One of the Martins goes into the Joker. And it's Paolo. So Paolo Martins into the Joker. But there you can really hear the RPM screaming. But yeah, good job by Neumeier to take the whole shot.
What happened to the wet track?
Well, it was wet while he was gone for a little bit, really wet. Then it's come back. Then it's getting drier and drier. We're not really, we're not quite sure, to be honest, Hal. The thing is, it's as we discussed with Clara. I know you've been running around. I don't know how much you've been able to listen, but it's the track here isn't linear as it drives.
Yeah. And the dust X, I'm sure you talked about it, the dust X plays a big part of that, doesn't it?
Massively.
And there's so much drainage here as well because of the undulations makes a massive... I'm sure I'm repeating what
we haven't talked about all of that.
But it's mad, isn't it? And yeah, proper rallycross track.
It is. Look at the inputs Neumeier's making as he's trying to figure out just what the grip is like.
Kovacs goes super wide in the background.
I think that's Bartlett in the Joker. Bartlett's tried to cover off Martins, but doesn't manage to, so Martins just in front. Kovacs really deep.
The pace of Bartlett has been much better this weekend, hasn't it? In that very new machine. Tough to develop a car at this level, isn't it? Given that you think of any cross cars have been built to FIA cross car specifications, as you bring a new car here and developing it as you go is the big ask, isn't it?
Boy, Neumeier out front is absolutely
big
wrestling the car. Yeah, big inputs, as you say. Very Carlos Sainz-esque. Senior Carlos Sainz, the original Carlos Sainz, rally Carlos Sainz.
What really strikes me with these cars is just the attitude of the cars going into the corner on the dry grip. I mean, it's incredible. Like you can brake so late, and it's
Well, have you driven an FIA spec cross car before? I know you've done the stuff in the UK, but you've not done one of these. So what did you think?
I mean, it was difficult. I mean, I only driven the RX 150 before.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's cool. Like they are so rapid, and you need to just find a rhythm, I think, to drive very aggressively but clean in the same way. A little bit like forward drag club.
How many laps did you do?
3.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So not enough to find your rhythm. I get that completely. Neumeier out front has just set the fastest lap, 45.7, and of course it remains to be seen if conditions will improve even further. Got Raad, Gonzalez, Ugar, Conte and Buru in the last one, so it'll be up for grabs definitely. Currently it is Martinez. I'm going to chat with one of our Spanish colleagues, Hal. So Martinez Gonzalez, the Spanish way is to take both parents' surnames. You normally only have one on your racing license. So we're going with Martinez today.
Gonzalez tomorrow.
Well, I don't know. There is that. I guess that depends on which parent was mostly watching the Rallycross which day. But yeah, it's a Spanish tradition. Checker flag for Neumeier, 3:10.6. Okay, interesting. So we are now getting the leading times were a 3:07.7 and a 3:06.9 this morning. So we're only now 3 seconds off that pace.
But Neumeier's best time by some margin did a best time of 3:14.6 in the Q2. So best run so far.
Yeah. Yeah. And could we see it going even quicker? If the track dries out, might it be better conditions if the dust is down? Yeah, there is a point again where it's sticky, the track.
Yeah.
And you get a bit more. I think it's, how dry is it? Pretty. It's so quick. The changes in weather are so quick. Sensible decision making on the run into the Joker lap on this first lap. Look at that, cars with just one wheel in the air, pouring, and just looking for grip. The rear of the car sitting down there again in the background. You see the front right lifted up, and that is a proper jump.
Everything working according to plan. Our setup was a bit more meant for the rain, but the rain didn't come as much as we expected. So yeah, quite happy with my fastest lap time today, even with this setup. So yeah, I'm happy.
Nyirád with the win in the first one. We've got the second set of cars lined up already. Marin Lohéac on the inside, Otto Horvath, Tim Brownmuller, Teddy McPherson and Marek Michik on the outside. It was Horvath who jokered early in the previous session and made it work big time. But Brownmuller to his left in the middle of the grid with the blue car. The winner from round one, sixth at round two, sits third in the standings. Hugo and Raga ahead of him, haven't won an event but are both at the top of that table, showing that the consistency is just as important. Horvath with a really aggressive start, takes a look to his right, he looks straight across at Lohéac, realised he got him off the line and dives in. Brownmuller slots into P2, Brownmuller surely going to go with him. No, Brownmuller goes straight to the joker, which is what Horvath did last time out. Love that, off the line, the big look right, proper looked at him.
Yeah, I think it was correct decision. I mean, he didn't have the space to fully enter the inside of turn two, so yeah, showed great pace before, and let's see if he can catch up.
Brownmuller and McPherson doing different things. Of course, teammates in the Volon Racing squad. McPherson making his debut this weekend in the Euro RX 5, has stepped up to cross car this year in the British Rallycross Championship, and has been quick throughout, former junior driver. But of course, when you've got teammates in a race, as you well know, Clara, generally you try and split the strategy so you don't fall over each other.
Absolutely, that's what we always try to do, and just do our own race, but of course try to help each other if we can. Late decision there by Marin Lohéac.
Yeah, Lohéac's car as well looks really darty, really pointy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The moon, it doesn't seem to respond, and that maybe they've got the settings wrong, so they may have gone for it, you know, managed to change a couple of things quickly to get it in wet settings, and then the track's a bit drier. It looks nervous, and that doesn't mean it isn't fast.
Yeah, you could see that he was really pushing Horvath, but let's see now.
Still, one of my favourite quotes from Rallycross was Estering, I think, Hal and Clara, when Timmy said to his dad he didn't like the car. Do you remember?
Kevin.
Yeah, was it Timmy or Kevin?
Kevin said to Graham Rodemark.
And it was, yeah, but it's basically Kenneth's response to it was, "You're not on holiday." It's like, so it wasn't.
Maybe that was a Timmy, my favourite.
No, I think it was Timmy, yes. And it was Timmy who said that, yeah, look, the car's fast, but it's really hard to drive. And Kenneth was like, well, yeah, but you're not on holiday. I thought it was a great response.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Graham Rodemark is a quite machine, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Most of them unsuitable for broadcast.
Most of the broadcast ones are quite funny as well, but I remember Kevin Hansen complaining about the car in one corner compared to everyone else, and the response was, well, just get on with it.
Yeah, that's a pretty standard Graham response. Graham as well, yeah, I hope you're feeling a bit better, mate. He's got a bit of a knee injury at the minute. If you're watching at home or in the workshop, where he probably still is, even with a crutch and a knee injury.
Under a transit van?
Yeah, probably, yeah, lifting a gearbox in or something, but yeah, hopefully you'll see you back on the track soon, mate. So Brownmuller still leads. Gap is 1.2, everybody joking now. Decent fight here, look, Lohéac, look at what I mean about the inputs on the car. Lohéac in the blue and grey, second in this picture. It's very pointy.
Yeah, the front is very sharp.
Yeah,
I would say.
here, look.
You can see that he has a bit more pace, looking for the pass. But Horvath is doing a very good job with keeping the door shut.
They're on the final lap as well. Now we're going to get an indicator of whether the track has gone quicker. Remember, the fastest time this morning was a 3:07.3. Don't think we're quite. Oh, actually, we might be ready to get there with Brownmuller out front. Oh, backing it into the background. Lohéac looking for a way through. Doesn't get there. Horvath holds on, but Brownmuller with a 3:07.324 is 12 hundredths of a second off the fastest time in Q2. So the lap time is very definitely there with the track conditions now.
Isn't it wild how the track's come back so much?
It's so quickly. It's crazy. I can't believe how much it went away with that rain. I mean, it's so fun, isn't it? For us. Maybe not for Heat 6 of RX1. Brownmuller takes it 3:07.324. It's a great time. Is there any more pace in this track for the final heat? Alex, Union Jack action going on in the background there. A few people having a fun time sitting in the grandstand. The grandstands, I have to say, did empty a little bit. There's Happy Street Ice. Look at that ice cream beckoning in the background.
Oh yeah.
What a brilliant inflatable. That's one of the best things I've seen today. And those umbrellas, Hal, those are classic RX umbrellas, aren't they?
Period throwback, aren't they?
They are. I've got one of those. I still walk the dog with the old IMG umbrella occasionally.
Oh, there we are.
It's basically you.
Come on, mate, have an ice cream.
That's you if you're...
Polly says that's what I look like. My wife, she says I look like a giant one of those just flapping about, and my producer calls me Mr. Tickle because my arms are so long, I think. Anyway, he's called me other things. Armin Rag, and then it's Diego Martinez, Martin Ugar, Valentin Comte, and Marco Muru. Final race of today. Don't forget you can join us again tomorrow. Thumbs up from the marshal. Tells us to look at the lights. Say last time today. Tomorrow we're expecting rain in the morning. Don't miss Q4. Don't forget it goes straight from Q4 into the quarterfinals for RX1. It's arguably one of the most fun sessions of the day, so get with us in the morning. Slot number 2's got great grip. Definitely Ugar equal to Gonzalez. Martinez, sorry, in the lane number 2. Martinez gets there first. Ugar slots out last second decision, but aggressive on the throttle. And he might be passed in the joke lap here. This is a disaster for them. They've lost a ton of time. Not what they needed at all. Ugar and Muru coming together, and Comte passing both.
Great awareness from Comte to see the two getting stuck together there on the inside and jumping on the throttle nice and early. That DJ looks so good, doesn't it? It just looks so pliable, that chassis.
Oh, what a shame for them. So this is a good opportunity for Martinez and Rag. If I were a spotter here, I think I'd be on the radio going to take the Joker if you're in P2, because you'd cover 3 cars off, would you?
Yeah, I would, definitely.
Let's see if Rag's going to go from P2. I would. Martinez, remember, is your TQ sitter at the minute. He won't go. Yeah, got to go. Absolutely the right decision. Armin Rag, what was the interval? Was 4.3, I think it was. It was, and he comes out easily in front. Great decision. So this is Rag versus Martinez now. Keep an eye on those lap times for us, Clara.
Absolutely.
All the skills on the go. Here's that battle. Comte with Ugar right in behind. Still, if the track conditions are improving, yeah, they might be able to do a better job than the previous heat, even with the mistakes. Look at that jump from Martinez.
Heavy landings, aren't they, with all that weight in the rear of the machine.
There goes that bollard again. That's his 3rd trip to the gravel trap today.
Didn't need it anyway.
Great work from whoever's on camera there in the final quarter. Martinez goes into the Joker lap now, so Martinez slots in. Rag on the inside line, 3.2 was the interval. Rag will have a better exit, but I think Martinez has got enough of a gap, and he has. Martinez's
in lap was just a 10th shy of the best lap of the session so far from Brownmuller. So this is going to be right up there, isn't it?
Yeah, you would say so. Another lap to go, of course.
Murray also flying in the background, in fairness, on the sector times.
So Diego Martinez with a P1 and a P2 at the minute will be the overnight top qualifier. That has been quite the day. 3 long qualifying sessions, many stories. Looking forward to seeing how they cut the highlights package for tonight, because it's a bit too much for a 2-minute piece. You might have to do an epic.
You can see how close it is. I mean, Rag 45.2, Comte 45.2, Muru 45.2. I mean,
it's brilliant, isn't
yeah.
it? Yeah.
Oh! Do we have an
mistake?
issue?
Not sure. Maybe a different choice of light. Yes, we do. Martinez, no, the TQ sitter. Martinez has had a problem on the final lap of the last qualifying session of the day. Martinez is going to be a DNF, and that might well hand Armin Rag, who now leads the top qualifier spot overnight. Rag comes through the hairpin, going to take the checker flag. Just as we were saying, there have been a ton of stories today. We've got another one. Martinez is not going to be the TQ, and Rag rinses the engine to the limiter as he comes over the line. And a little celebration of the result. Poor old Martinez, look, bashes the head back against the headrest. He knows the disappointment is real. What a shame for the Spanish driver. Oh, wow. Look at that wheelie off the line. The traction was perfect.
Yeah. These are so cool. I mean, the attitude of the cars it's amazing.
I love the fact you see so much movement. Yeah, you see the nose come up, down. You see the inputs from the drivers.
Exactly.
You can see Ugar. This was the problem for Ugar and Muru, wasn't it?
Great move from Comte.
Yeah, amazing passing both of them in there. the jump. I wonder if we'll see what happened to Martinez. He just comes out wide. Something's let go, hasn't it?
Yeah,
it's come out wide, gone offline. Something's gone pop, whatever it is. Just decides to park it on the inside line.
I'd say that's drive-related, the way it was moving.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Hard to say.
Me too, and he had enough momentum, didn't he, to get up the hill and then into the dip of the velodrome. Let's take a look at the standings after Q3. Armin Raag with 2 wins in the sessions in a row goes to the top. Ugar goes P2. Comte, Diego Martinez drops from the top qualifier spot before this session down into P4 with that DNF, and he would have been TQ 1 minute ago. That is insane, isn't it? Braumüller P5, Lohéac P6, Horvath, Muru, Michik, McPherson, Neumeier and Kovacs with at the minute the Martins brothers and Ben Bartlett with some work to do, but it's tight, isn't it?
Close, and it's going to be a big fight in Q4 tomorrow morning to make the semi-finals, because there's a lot to play for there.
There is indeed all to play for tomorrow in the final qualifying session. So we start with Q4. It's RX1 Q4, isn't it? Then and then into the quarterfinals after that. So we've got the final qualifying session, then Q4, then the quarterfinals, semi. It's going to be a great fun day. But today has been bonkers.
Yeah. Why have you got your coat on?
Mate, you had your coat on a minute ago. You said because you've been running around the paddock. It was freezing. Favourite moments of the day we're being asked for. Patrick O'Donovan's pass around the outside was brilliant, and him being the top qualifier is impressive. But we've seen, I mean,
there's too much.
Yeah,
the last race of Q3 there, because it was so dramatic with the rain and the drama. I can't choose. Like Jussi Pinnamäki said, it's just been one of those days where everything happens.
That's everything in Rallycross that possibly could.
I'm still so gutted for Pierre with the last round, because he has been on fire today, so impressive.
I know. I think he whilst Patrick deserves it too, Pierre really felt like he was gonna get it done. But there we go. Right, let's take a look at tomorrow morning. 09:30 is Q4 for Euro RX1. Then it's 10:10 for RX3, 10:30 for RX4, 10:40 for RX5. TQ is up for grabs in all those sessions, definitely. We go through straight from the start of their session through to the Euro RX1 quarterfinals. So if you're going to stand and sit and watch a couple of hours of Rallycross tomorrow, those are the couple of hours you want to watch. It's going to be brilliant. Then at 1:30, we're live for the semi-finals and the finals of all of those categories. Absolutely brilliant day here. It's been a proper Höljes roller coaster. Thanks to Hal, Clara, and we'll see you in the morning. 9:30. Don't miss it.